www.hourofthetime.com/WordPress test. VNS and CAJI information service exclusive. The continuing impact of Fukushima and how to protect yourself from radiation. Posted by CAJI staff, CAJI staff 97, July of 2015. VNS and CAJI information service exclusive. The continuing impact of Fukushima and how to protect yourself from radiation by Art Smith. It has been more than 4 years since the disaster that crippled the nuclear reactor at Fukushima in Japan. President Obama and the authorities in charge assured us we are safe from radiation crossing the ocean. Many assumed they were correct and did not worry any further about the effects of radiation on them or their children, despite the fact that radiation releases have not been stopped. Right now, we keep hearing reports of different sea creatures dying en masse on the West Coast, which brings back thoughts of the disaster and its effects. On one side of the debate are the official news outlets and authorities who told us not to worry and that everything is safe. Right now, they are mostly quiet about radiation and Fukushima and confused about why there are so many sea creatures dying. On the other hand, alternative news sites and researchers like Lauren Moret tell us there is widespread radiation and already increased mortality in the U.S. because of this disaster. Footnote 1. Who do we trust? The best bet would be to purchase a radiation detector and measure the radiation ourselves. However, the more reliable ones are expensive at a few $100s, and the cheaper ones are not as reliable. Many people cannot afford to spend $500 on a radiation monitor. Once again, information, knowledge, and research can come to our rescue. Michael Collins is an environmental journalist who has been posting articles and videos on Fukushima since a few days after the incident. He is measuring radiation with an Inspector Alert radiation detector, priced at about $500 to $600, and offering to maintain websites for free for radiation reporting of anyone who is willing to purchase an inspector and measure the radiation in their area. There are a few of these radiation stations operating throughout the U.S. along with RadNet, operated by the EPA. They show that there is indeed increased radiation in the U.S. and not just on the West Coast. For anyone who wants to understand the gravity of the situation and what to do, go to enviroreporter.com and read the reports. He has many reports analyzing radiation in different U.S. cities and demonstrations showing high radiation as well as useful protection tips. http:// www.enviroreporter.com ENVIROREPORTER.com. Christina Consolo, or Radchick, has also done extensive reporting on the effects of Fukushima, from mutations in plants to health and environmental effects. Her website and YouTube channel provide a lot of information that is easy to understand and learn from. It is a great resource for understanding the reality of the situation, even for beginners in the field of radiation research. http://climatevewer.com/radchick. To best answer the question, who do we trust, we need to examine previous nuclear disasters, how the governments and authorities handle them, and the effects on the population. In general, we find that there is usually a time lag of at least a few years before the truth eventually comes out, after the denial and diseases like cancer start appearing. We need to educate ourselves as fast as possible in order to keep ourselves and our families healthy. How to protect yourself from radiation. In 1945, the U.S. dropped the atomic bomb on Nagasaki, unleashing radiation sickness, illness, death, and destruction. The St. Francis Hospital in Nagasaki was located only a mile from the center of the blast, and Shinichiro Akizuki was its director as well as a medical doctor. He and his staff treated hundreds of radiation sickness after the explosion. Neither he nor his staff were ever sick from the radiation. He credits this to their daily consumption of miso soup and believes it protected them from the effects of radiation. Footnote 2. This shows us what is possible if we are armed with knowledge and access to radiation protective substances. Michael Collins has many tips on his website about how to protect ourselves from radiation. One of his main strategies is avoiding exposure, not being scared or paranoid, but cautious to the degree you feel comfortable with while realizing there might be contamination. He recommends avoiding potential sources of radiation like rain, snow, swimming, and surfing in the Pacific, and eating seafoods from the Pacific unless you can measure the radiation yourself with a reliable instrument and see that it's safe. If you don't have one, err on the side of caution. His approach is very practical and sensible. While it is hard to avoid the rain and snow completely, he recommends having good rain gear, drying off as soon as possible, washing, drying your rain gear, etc. Footnotes 3 and 4. He also recommends having a HEPA air filter in your house to help improve air quality. Footnote 5. He also recommends purchasing a radiation monitor for those who can afford it, so that they can test their environment and foods themselves. Footnote 6. He also has a section devoted to measuring radiation in food called Eat Me. Christina Consolo has talked extensively on the dangers of flying in radiation, which is dangerous. She documents sickness in pilots and celebrities and relates it to their frequent flying and increased exposure to radiation. Footnote 7. Radiation can cause anything from acute radiation sickness to cancer. Low functioning immune system leading to various infections taking over, thyroid issues, heart disease, hemorrhaging, birth defects, and others. Young children, infants, and embryos are the most at risk. Some early signs of radiation exposure include metallic taste in the mouth, nausea and vomiting, diarrhea, hair loss, nosebleeds and other bleeding, fatigue, flu-like symptoms, and infections. Footnote 8 and 9. A lot has been written about nutritional strategies for countering radiation, from foods to herbs to vitamins and supplements. Some foods, herbs, and supplements to counter radiation include aloe, bee pollen, calcium, chlorophyll, magnesium, garlic, fermented foods, potassium, selenium, Siberian ginseng, vitamins A and B, complex, C and E, bioflavonoids, zinc, see footnote 10. Some of these, like vitamin C combined with bioflavonoids, were shown to protect against lethal dose radiation in animal studies, especially if given before and after the radiation. Footnote 11. Stephen Schechter gives several strategies to protect against radiation in his book Fighting Radiation and Chemical Pollutants with Food, Herbs, and Vitamins. They include maintaining an optimal diet, breathing fresh air regularly, drinking high-quality bottled or filtered water, eating organic foods when possible, having a small garden, thoroughly washing produce, avoiding excess processed and junk food, chewing food long enough to help it break down, decreasing use of toxic chemicals in your home, taking vacations, and blessing your food. Footnote 12. To improve one's health in general, I recommend reading or reviewing the HealthWise website for health information and considering what to implement to prevent and cure disease. Thomas Corriere has also written an article on protection from radiation. http://article.wi.ze.org/index.php/content/549-QUICK HTML. He reminds us that potassium iodide protects only the thyroid and female reproductive organs, not the whole body. The article advises against drinking iodine, and there is also an article describing the dangers of that. Footnote 13. He also advises against taking seaweed due to issues with contamination and toxins. A few strategies he recommends is applying topical iodine, taking chlorophyll, apple pectin, flaxseed oil, vitamin C, and following the Budwig protocol. See footnote 14. After researching previous nuclear incidents as well as Fukushima, it is my conclusion the government and authorities cannot be trusted when they tell us there is no or little radiation and we are safe. A very sad example of this is the Japanese government passing laws against speaking about high radiation levels in Japan and issuing propaganda messages saying radiation won't harm those who smile. See footnote 15. Another sad example is government officials increasing the acceptable levels of radiation, hoping no one notices or questions them about it. In the end, we have to take it upon ourselves to be informed, to educate ourselves on the effects of radiation, and take measures to protect ourselves and our families. The first step is to research the effects of radiation when they start showing up, as well as counteractive measures. What follows is a list of resources to help the reader get started on this journey. It is by no means an exhaustive list, but it is a start in the right direction. Further reading. Enviro Report / Fukushima. http://www.environreportions/Fukushima. Rad chick on WAN. Fallout is more than you think. Christina Consolo talks about the effects on Fukushima on her life and the loss of two of her best friends. Fallout is not just what blows out of Fukushima, but the lives it touches through illness and death. Fallout also means the subsequent issues that arise out of an act or event. Thanks to Fukushima, we are all hibakusha, now a Japanese word for explosion-affected people, given to the victims of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. You can see the YouTube video link there. I'm not going to bother reading it. It's Radchick's website, http://climateviewer.com/Radchick, SPIC Corporation, and Medical Research 21 Incorporated. Protect yourself from radiation. This is a documentary with Japanese and Western doctors about the reality of the situation in Japan and how it applies to all of us. It discusses issues like government cover-up, personal responsibility, and what to do to protect ourselves. It speaks in detail about vitamin C and used in radiation protection, and is a must-watch for anyone who is interested in taking vitamin C for this reason, because it discusses the studies and effects of studies and effective forms of vitamin C. And check out that YouTube channel. Joseph Mangano and Janet Sherman. The Dangerous Myths of Fukushima, Exposing the No Harm Mantra. That's http://janetsherman.com/2012 03 09. The Dangerous Myths of Fukushima. Bobby One's blog, http://optimalprediction.com/wp/list-of-post. Investigation journalism on radiation, including health effects, news, and graphs. 3.11 Surviving Japan, https://www.youtube.com/watch?v=b, uppercase J, uppercase O, small case f, uppercase O, lowercase w, uppercase G, lowercase b, uppercase A, lowercase x, lowercase l, ampersand, index equals 11 ampersand, list equals uppercase P, uppercase L, uppercase D, uppercase A, 0310690, uppercase A, uppercase E, 5014, uppercase F. Excellent documentary on Fukushima. Lauren Moret website, Radiation and Environmental Research, http://www.laurenmoret.info. ENE News, Radiation News Agitator. Radiation News Aggregator. That's http://enenews.com. And this is the sources for this report. The different footnotes. And all this is found on http://www.houroftheTime.com, and the article was written on WordPress. Thank you.